Okay, welcome everyone to my very first and long-delayed Let's Play. We are playing Wurm Online. It's a little building game I've been playing lately, and I figured it'd make a good starting point. So I've made a new character named Larryihatechu. We've started up in the home server, which is just whatever defaults came up. What I'm going to do in these videos is talk to the guide NPC, who's standing up over there somewhere, the survival guide, and we'll go through some of the basics, and then I'm going to have a video showing you how to get from this spawn point over to the Voltron Army homestead. And then anyone who wants to join us is more than welcome to. So, this is Wurm. Around, use the regular mouse key to look, and the normal WASD to move. And you got your chat. There's lots of people down talking in here. Local is very deceptive. It's based on how close you are to someone. Changes a lot, and it's got a pretty wide range. The PA help is for asking for help in game. I don't really use much of either of them. What you will run into is the freedom chat, which will probably come up as we play. Here we go. This is the Mary the Mythbuster. Right-click on just about anything to bring up a menu, and that will determine what you're able to do. So, we want to receive instructions. And welcome. Welcome. Press F2 to check your skills, and F3 to look at your inventory. So, we go ahead and F2 to look at the skills. Look up there, you get all the different kinds. Don't have a ton of them yet. We will eventually, but for now, we just have whatever comes up. We can press it again, make it go away. Inventory. This is very important. I always have this up over here. So we've looked at all that. Go to the next one. Now she wants us to open your inventory, double click on the hatchet, which is hatchet. Double clicking, you select it down here, the active. On that. Wear the shield on the left arm. So, we have to go in here. You don't want the head, can't wear your left arm, it's not on your head. Left arm. Now, don't put it in your left hand, don't put it on your right hand. Shields go on the left arm. So click, drag it up to the left arm, unclick. Now you're wearing the shield as a shield. Properly and all ready to go. And then you can close the body, because you don't really need that anymore. Okay, that worked. Now we want to go cut wood. Now what she does not tell you is it's a little bit more tricky than that. For one, while you're in town here, you can't cut these trees. And if you go outside of town, which where most of the trees are, especially around New Dawn here, you'll find lots of young trees. One thing you want to look out for is you want to examine the tree. If I can find one. New Dawn has tons of newbies that come out and just chop the heck out of any of the trees. See this tree right here? You can tell it's a young tree because it's small. But even still, a newbie comes up and says, that's a tree, I cut it down. The problem is, you examine it, and even this one wouldn't matter because it's in the perimeter. But if it wasn't, and you cut it down, you would not get much wood. And we need a tree that has some wood. Which is easier said than done out here. The newbie lands around New Dawn are quite difficult. There's lots of oleander bushes out there. That's a little strange. Somebody must really be planting. And of course, the newbie quests don't tell you to go out and cut down a bush, so the bushes are thriving. Okay, those are rose bushes, even though they don't look like it. We can spend this whole video running down the street trying to find a tree. Come on, what is this? And you can scroll over stuff and see what they are. Leather store. I haven't done much with trading yet, but if I find anything interesting about it, I'll make a new video. So, I hope audio and everything is working well on this. This is my first try, and I did do a little technical jostling to try to figure out what was going on. That's not a good sign. Don't like seeing dead people in the middle of the road. Usually that means, yep, beasties. But they're dead, so we don't have to worry about them. Okay. Well, on the bright side, we are moving towards the town of Glitter Lake, I believe. Wasn't really paying attention to the stop signs, or stop signs. The direction signs. And there they are. First light. So we were going in the opposite direction. But that looks like a tree. Can we get to it? Another thing to note is the tile that you walk on can help determine your speed, along with how much you're carrying. So if you find yourself suddenly moving very slowly, check those two things. It's in a fence, isn't it? Figures. And another thing, I could just jump down this hill right here, but if you fall too much, you'll get bruises. And we don't want bruises, because bruises will slow you down once again. Okay, I guess we'll have to get fancy. Oh boy. As a rat. You wouldn't think a rat would be such an issue, but... Oh. Click the climbing. Okay. Climbing, you stick to the wall. I still took a bruise from that, which is not good. But we should be able to get down here to this pine tree. Examine the pine tree. It is a very old pine tree, so we can finally cut it down. Gotta make sure your hatchet is active, and it may take a couple times to chop it down. And somebody dropped a pottery bowl there. But you'll see this down here, your scrolling active bar. This happens a lot. Most of the actions have a time rate on them. The more skilled you are, the better the time it takes to do it. Meaning, more skill you have, the less time you have to take dealing with waiting around. Now, on the free server here, all skills are capped at 20 points, which is kind of annoying. But on the other servers, they can go up quite higher. Most of what I've seen for skills, they have titles at around 50 level skills, and I know they go up to nearly 100, which is pretty impressive. Okay, you'll notice as we chop this tree down that our stamina is going down. Mostly because we're still climbing, clinging onto this mountainside here, and hoping not to fall. When that gets to 0, we won't be able to climb anymore. So, after that's done, we need to disengage climbing and hope and press up against the wall. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Oh, this is not going to be good on the video. Okay, I am safe. I found a little notch. Now that I am no longer moving, my stamina goes back up. And even better, we can still chop the tree from here. Aha! Okay, isn't this thing down yet? We're not going to be able to carry all these logs. Maybe one or two. When you first chop down a tree, you cut down the pine tree, and now you should chop it up. Yep. See, you get the felled tree. Now, you could take the felled tree, but we are way too weak to pick up a felled tree. So we will chop this up. Okay, I think we've been running here for several minutes. I don't know for certain, but I am going to chop this up and then stop the video and hopefully see you next time.